Hi everybody, Heidi here, your Yorkshire Crafter. How are you doing? I hope you're well, as I always do. Today's date is Wednesday the 3rd of December and it's 11:42 in the morning. It's an odd time for me to film. This is when certain people start getting disturbed. Well, puppies. Right, I'm just going to crack on. I'm going to make sure you're straight there. Now, first thing we're going to do, this is a lovely card. It's really, it's just a lovely card. And it's got an element to it where it'll, as soon as you take it out of the envelope, it'll pop up, it'll raise, but then it just goes flat to go back in the envelope, which I'll show you. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm using a mix of brands, which is always quite nice. You can use any background. Now, looking at what I've already done, you can't really see this, but I'm going to give it a go. Oh, I've cut two of them. I'm going to give it a go and just maybe go a bit lighter so you might be able to see the snow. So if not, just use a plain black background. This is Nina card. Apart from the bit of stamping I'm doing of a snowman, the rest of it is Nina. That snowman is Pink Frog watercolour card. Right, so I'm just going to put some quick colour on this. I've got Persian blue. I don't even know. I'm not using the same colours. Let's just go these three. I'm using these because I've got big brushes out for these. Well, I've always got them next to me ready. This will be cut down slightly. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, but we are going to cut it down. But the card is going to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. But we'll come back to that in a minute. So I'm just putting some colour down. We probably will have to, yeah, we will have to go darker. Definitely. Bit of purple. Now you're actually only going to see a window of it. At the most time anyway. You'll understand. I just wanted to do this bit first because we are going to wet it, so I'm just going to leave it to dry. Let's put a bit of that lagoon in. Beautiful colours together, these, always. And I tend to use them an awful lot. And maybe a bit of blue. I only used blue and green on my dummy, and I think it missed the purple. It needed it. I don't know if it needs the blue, to be fair. I'm going to leave that out. I think maybe it's the blue that put me off, because I played with it a couple of times and then I was like, no, I don't like it. And actually I can see the snowflakes in this now. Let's go with that. Nearly dipped into the wrong one then. Now I was going to do it where I picked the ink up, you know, with water and what have you, but then this piece needs to be really flat, and no matter how much you try and get them proper flat again, they don't always go proper flat, do they? I'm going to leave it at that, I think. Yeah, I don't like that blue in it. I would have left the blue out altogether if I'd have thought on, but I didn't. Surely everybody's ready for Christmas now. I just ordered a tree yesterday. It's not really a tree, it's a twig. It's a twig, but a lot of it, I don't have the room for a tree. So we bought a new one last year, 7'6". We've got the height, we just don't have the width. So we bought a thin one, and it was still too big. So we gave it Carly, because she was after a new tree. She had our older one from before that. And she's made it look lovely. So we needed some. So I just got a tree that lights up white, which I've always preferred. I'm not a colour lights person for a tree. I mean, I have them. I just prefer white. I think I'm not very traditional. I don't like red and gold on my tree. On my tree, I like to see the trees with it on. I just don't like it on my tree. If anything, I would go silver and blue. Just not a fan of gold in any way at all. I don't like gold jewellery. Right, so just before we decide what to do with this, I've shown you this maybe 2 years ago. There's loads of it left. Or unless that's... Oh, it is. That's another packet. So I must have had 2 packets. It's thick acetate. And it does have a cover on, which I can never get off. But it does. Anyway, we're doing a window, but I was only putting the window in purely for putting a sentiment across. This isn't what we're using, but that is the shape we're going to have on the inside, but that's a good idea to look through there. So I'm not seeing no background through that. There is a plain piece, which I can use any acetate for that, but I like this. I think that's cloudy because it's still got the acetate on, but yeah, it is, because look, this is a piece I cut out to use at once upon a time, and I've obviously taken the sticky off it because they look like 2 different pieces. One's cloudy, one's not. So I'm going to cut what I need out of this. And rather than splat this, which I have done in my other one, I don't need to because it's all on here. So we'll leave that as is and we'll cut that down. But this is brilliant. It's super thick stuff. I'll never use that in a month for Sundays, and I've got 2 packs. It was definitely Lisa Orton anyway. Yeah, Lisa Orton. 2023. So I got it 2 years ago. I got it actually released it. I'll just sort of show you that again, seeing as though it's just stuck in that drawer. Right, so we'll come back to that. And that we will just put to the side for let it dry off a bit. So now we need some card. So I'm going to cut the card in front here. Now we need, it's dead easy to do, but you'll love it, I promise you. So we're just making a normal A2 card, which is what I make. So if you want to screenshot that. So we need 2 pieces, I should have put that. 2 pieces we need. And all you're doing is you're cutting at your 4 1/4, which you would normally do. So I'll cut at 4 1/4. Wait a minute, might I get, I'll get it all out of one piece. So I'm cutting at 4 1/4. You can see that, yeah? That doesn't seem right. I'm not cutting at 4 1/4. I'm cutting at 5 1/2. So they should both measure 5 1/2, to be fair. Yeah, so I didn't need that other piece. Now turning it round this way, so we've cut the 5 1/2, we want 6 1/4, both pieces. So my 6 1/4 is there. That will make a tag. (6 1/4). So whatever size you want to do of this, your lengthways, whatever size you want to do. If you want to do a 10-inch, then you need a 12-inch piece, because you're going to score half an inch, 1 inch, half an inch, 1 inch. So that is going to be your squidgy bit. So I've got half an inch here, which I'm going to score, and then I've got 1 inch, which I'm going to score. And I'm going to turn it over and do exactly the same. Half an inch, one inch. Same with the other piece. They will be identical pieces. Half an inch, 1 inch. Now, same on the other side. If you look back on my photos, I did this about 18 months ago, but I had an extra 1/4 of an inch on either side, and it gave a concave look to it because I did a water scene, so it looked like you were looking into either a pond or, you know, when you go to an aquarium and they've got them glass balls and what have you. It looked like that. This one's going to be flat. The one I did with the water was to fit a 7x5, so this is different again for you. So that's it. That's all you're measuring. Now, I'm putting my paper back up. Now, we'll sort the folds out in a minute, but what I want to do, now, this is the Lawnthorn Winter Wonderland window. You can do it so it cuts like this, which will mean using this and placing that round it, cut it, and you will end up with this. So you can make a separate window, build it up, make a shaker. Or you can do exactly what I'm going to do. Don't need that bit. And I want to find, bearing in mind I've got my lines here, I want to come in around there, because I'm going to have a sentiment down here as well. Oops. And you're only doing this on one piece. We don't need the middle bit, and that's why I'm putting my tape on the middle bit. That looks essential to me. I'm going to wrap it in this so I don't mark my card, rest of it, when it goes through the dye machine, because my plates are dirty. And I've just got a little piece of bubble wrap, which I'll place underneath, and that'll make my snowflakes cut perfectly. See what I mean about how mucky it is? And all that would be on my card. It will have cut straight through. There you go. That's what happens when you use bubble wrap. It doesn't half give you a good cut. Do you know where I get my bubble wrap from mainly? I have uggins and uggins of it, but I save things like this. I mean, you can leave the paper on if you want, but I don't. I just thought I'd show you this so you don't throw these envelopes away. There you go. And I put these into a little box over there, and anytime I need them, I just tear a bit off. So don't throw your padded envelopes. Definitely worth keeping. Right, this should come out absolutely perfect, because we know it's cut through to the copy paper. Come on, don't let me down. Get that off before I put it away. Now, it came with, I was looking for some snowflake dies, not realising it had this with it. So I've cut them, but I only want that one. So, I mean, they're all, I'm not untouching them just to get that. So we'll deal with that in a minute. We don't need that bit. This is all, but I don't know if I just told you just then, Crafter's Companion do a circle one, which I've got as well. But they are older. Right, now we want to get this from our piece of card. There we go. There we go. Just get my take the bits out. I think the only time I've used this actually was to make it into a shaker. So like I say, I've been going through my stuff and I've got a load of stuff down, Christmas stuff. And then I've worked out how many days, I've wrote all my days down to actually into January of where I need to put videos. And I've got too much stuff now down. I don't have ideas for it all, so that's okay. But I've just got it all down because it needs to be used, doesn't it? Right. Now I'm going to get my bone folder. Which I've just been using. So where is it? Oh boy. Well, I won't mind, I've got a few of them. Won't be without it, me. So we did the one at ½ an inch and then one at 1 inch. So the one at 1 inch, I'm going to fold in and score. The one at ½ an inch, I'm going to fold back out and score. Same again on this side. Thought I did it the wrong way then. And then back out. So that's what you're going to have. So your back piece, you're going to do exactly the same. I'm going to fold it out. And you're going to fold it back in. Fold it out. It is honestly so simple. I mean, you don't even have to have these snow either, you know. Just use a simple plain circle, square, arch. If you've got all the layering dies, I've got all them. I could have just done plain ones. But I just wanted something a bit different. So eventually, in a minute, this is going to sit on here. And that's going to be your card. And squash it down to go in the envelope. And as soon as you take it out, it pops up. A lot of people use this system to put behind, you know, where I use a wobbler and things. They use this to go behind so that it pops down when it goes in envelope and then it pops back out. So this piece that we did, we are literally going to cut it. It's already got the perforated lines from the die cut, which is where I wanted to go to anyway. So rather than do my cutter, I'm just going to cut it myself. And I will show you why. It It is a little bit damp, is this card. I can still feel it. There you go. That was nice and simple, wasn't it? So you literally want that off. But the way of telling what you want off, that's our back piece, because that's going to be the front piece. This back piece needs to come in here. So when you shut it, if you had it the full size, it was causing it to bend at an angle. So I'm literally going to glue it down like that. I mean, you can have any kind of background. It just depends what you're actually going for. You might want to put flowers on front. It doesn't have to be festive. I love it when you guys do the cards I've done, but you use your own, like flowers instead of snow themes. I love it when you just change it round. But I also love it when you copy it as well, because it's a really nice, it's a nice, well done pat on the back, which is not used to. So yeah, so there you go. Now you can see that straight through. Now I am going to take the acetate, because I'm not splitting. Like I say, I only wanted one little piece, and I was going to put it across here, which I'll show you, which I've done on a scruffy one. But the sentiment's that thin, I couldn't get a thin enough piece for it to look decent, so I'm putting a full piece of acetate on instead. So I want, size-wise, well, I can turn that, I just want it to be, so I can go up either side of that. Nobody's going to see what it looks like. Down that side. We can take it across there. And we can take it across there. Now that should be perfect, and I'm going to use my repositionable. I'm going to put that in there. Now I was going to say, if you have any tape left where, you know, down sides or anything, I mean I haven't as it happens, but if you did, it's going to stick when you squash it down. Get your powder and just go around the sides and it'll take off all the stick, or just rub it off if it's repositionable, it'll just rub off. Be shame to mess it up now. So that's your front of your card. Now I did a blue, well, these colours on the front of my card, and I didn't like it, and I think that's why I kept walking away. But then I really liked, oh, I wondered what was going on then. I really liked the white, so I stuck with the white. So what I'm going to do now, in fact, we'll stick this together. So I've used Mama Elephant wavy borders, and I've just cut two. We know that that middle piece there is 4 1/4. So I've made 2 snow hills to see which one I liked best once we've done our colouring. So I'll decide that in a minute. So what I've done is, I've done one with the penguin. So now we'll do one with the snowman. And I've already stamped the snowman. I did him and he was mucky. And if you look, it was still going to be on it. And it's permanent, so I didn't really want to mess it up. So this will be fine. So I'm just going to colour him in right quick. I've got just 2 Copics. C2, which gives me my bit of grey. Oh, I didn't get any brown out for his arms. do his face a minute. And this is your blender. And it just blends them. And it makes my snowman grey, which is what I want from my snowman. I am rushing a bit, but it's okay. I was going to pre-do him, but then I thought, I'll just show you how quick it can be done. That's all the grey we need. I'll tell you what else I noticed. No, this is watercolour card. Don't know why I did it on watercolour card, to be fair. Because it's pulling my ink as well. It goes through on the Nina. It goes right through to the other side as the alcohol pens. So hat, I'm just doing the same as what I did on the penguin. We're having a bit of red. Bit of red. I did put some grey on. I made the white bits grey, but I'm not going to on this one. I think I might spoil it on other. So we're going full on festive. Do you know, it's funny, isn't it? Because you see these red hats, everybody's wearing them, including Santa. But when you see people out and it's cold and what have you, and they've got all the nice cosy blues. I love an Arctic blue for stuff like that. But it's very rare you see anybody wearing a red scarf. Very rare. Unless I'm just not looking at the right people. I mean, I've knit scarves and hats for loads of people. Never been asked for red. I mean, it may just be me. Down, and then this bit down here. I'm leaving that bit white tassels to match his hat. Plus it's easier to just leave it. That's another thing, actually, to be fair. I don't do a lot of zigs. Oh, this is watercolour. I want to say on Nina. It won't take it. Now I want. Let's do his nose. So I've got red, scarlet red and orange. This scarlet red there's no red anywhere near it. Well, not in my eyes anyway. Until I put orange on, and then I think I can see it a bit. A bit more. And it will want highlighting, but I won't do that until I know it's dry. That looks right funny there. Oops, now I've gone into his face, see. Silly. Now, buttons, I've got natural grey. I think I'm just going to not bother putting two colours in. They match his eyes. I actually do not like using my zigs where I've used the alcohol ink, alcohol pens. Let me just grab a brown. Any brown will do. All these pens are not brown inside. That should do it. Ah, that's all right. What is it? brick beige. Now this is a colour that I would use on an antler. I think this is one of my colours. I have two colours I use on them. Actually, it looks like an antler. There we go, we're done. Nice and quick, right, simple. Let's tape that down. I could get my little machine out to cut it, but big ones here at side ready. Now these are penny black. I've just ordered some leaves, did I? I'm obsessed with leaves, but I wanted some leaf dies. Just dies, no stamps with it. I'm just going to cut this out. And I think I've ordered some from Penny Black. I think. Time will tell. There you go, look, this was the start of, this is a 7x5 one. And it literally folds down and fits in your 7x5 when you fold it down right. So I have been playing, but then I thought I've already done a 7x5, so I'm going to show it in a different. There's loads of these out on internet. I think it's hard to come across something that isn't out there now. I don't mean your own design of it. I mean, like this is a known way. But I mean, the way you decorate it is always your own. So I'm going to put my, just move that a minute. If I have that there, do you fit nice there? I think you look all right there. Or do we go there? Let's go with this one. So we want the sentiment just on the bottom there. And the sentiment we're using is, oh my gosh, I'm chucking everything on the floor. Well, where have I just stamped him from? Oh, it's here, look, he's straight in front of me, but looking at the wrong end. I'm using this, May Your Laughter Echo When Snowflakes Fall. This actually fits in with our monthly challenge as well in group, which is called Let It Snow. Dead simple. It's a sponsored challenge every month for a £15 voucher. Of, depending on who we've been promoting that month, depends on who the voucher will be for. There's no alternative, it will be a voucher that we choose. And it's sponsored by Zoe Bannon in group. That's stamping perfect. It looks clogged up when you look at both sides. I'm not pressing on at all there. Right. Turn it right way around, Heidi. And I just want it there. Ah, that's perfect. Gosh, there were a lot of second generations, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. It's a nice little sentiment, isn't it? Right, let's put it together. So I am going to put this on first, so I'm going to glue this on. I did notice a little bit of hair card. Not cut straight there. It is now. So we know it fits straight across. That's perfect. Now I'm going to put it together before we put our snowman on, because I don't want to touch him and ruin him. So all we're going to do, this flap here is going to touch that flap there. That's it. So I'm going to glue that on. Onto there, I'm going to push them together where they should be, and then same at the bottom, and just hold it a second. I am using Gina K Connect glue, so it's very good. It's very quick. There you go. Molly, what are you doing? Get out of there, cheeky. Same with this side. Put them both together. Just going to hold it for a second. Looks fine to me. Look at that, a little bit of red and that's it, you get covered. I put fingerprints all over this on the other one. So there's your card going down. Now we'll take our little snowman and I'm going to glue him straight down. I'm not doing any, oh look, I'm not doing any fancies on him because it's already going to pop out. Daft dog. I'm going to go there. Now let's push down. Now then, on my other one, the snowflake that I wanted, which is this one, I didn't realise when I was cutting them that it actually fits on top of that snowflake. And that's where I wanted it for. But it's going to look silly straight above him and not over here. I might be able to get a bit over there. Right, snowman's down, he's stuck. No matter what now, he's stuck. Perfect for writing your greeting on now, or you can put one with a flap on so people can't see it. So let's do this right quick. I don't want the blue. Because we've got the green and purple and you can actually see it through this time. Don't even know if that looks greeny purple. Does now. Let's see what that does before we put it on. Might not need it. Now, see on my other one, that's not the snowflake that I want. Why didn't you say something to me? It could have been, I thought you were using other one, Heidi. I would have heard you at some point. Oh, do you know what? That's enough. So on my other one, start again, I covered that snowflake up and I just put that there with a gem in the middle, and it really suits it because it was straight opposite. So the only thing I can do here, actually, do you know what, we'll get away with that. It fits the card and it just breaks up that, I mean, I'd rather it were there, but it's not. We only want a little bit of glue, we're not going crazy here. not on the acetate. Getting the feeling I should move the projects from underneath me when I'm messing with ink pads or glue. Normally glue for me. Oi! Pierda. That's her way of saying, Mom, come on. So we've sat it on top of that flake that's underneath. And then last thing we're going to do, these are going a long way, these, aren't they? I'm going to take these and I'm going to sit one in the middle of the snowflake, she says. I think they're losing the stick, you know, which I thought looked really cute. And then I thought, what about, you know, all these little, just the tiny holes. It just steps it up that little bit further again, doesn't it? And these are self-adhesive, so I didn't have to worry about putting glue on and messing. I've got Toby's present downstairs for Christmas. Skateboard. Which is what he's asked for. Well, he still believes in Santa, so we're quite lucky. But then again, so do I. But they send stuff and it tells you on the box what it is. So I'm hoping Andy's got to go to school and, well, when we've taken doggies out, I'm hoping that I've got the brains to remember to move it before he gets here. So there you go. That one is really annoying me. Just leave it, Heidi. I mean, it probably looked nice with one there, but it'd mean starting all over. So there's your card. So what I'll show you is what I did to play. So my play, and I do think it's cute. Let me just show you. I've got an envelope out to show you. Yes, my hands are filthy. Put it in the envelope. I'm not going to lie, it's tight, but it still goes in. Oh, look, my snowflake. So it goes in your envelope, absolutely perfect. That will stick down perfect. There you go. Take it out your envelope, and it pops back up. I hope you like it. But this is the one I did. Look, I've got muck on it already. I shouldn't work with white stuff. This is the penguin one because I wanted to do a matching one anyway. So you see I put white splatter in that one, but it was pointless after I'd put this on. It's so simple, isn't it? Such a clever idea. But I think they'd be great on a mantelpiece for one of kiddies or an adult. But this was my play, so this was just messing and everything. I had a spare piece of paper that had some pin work on the back. So that's what made me colour that in to see how it would look. Now I can see it on that one, the snowflakes. I can't see it on that. This is where I dipped the water, but the card still was all bent, and so it was a lot harder. Also, the snowflakes, you know when I showed you that piece before, this, I cut it in silver. So I already had it cut in white. I placed the silver on top of it, and then I put that panel there on top as well. But I wasn't impressed. In fact, it needed the silver around here as well, I think. But this bit here, this is where I wanted to put my sentiment, but only up here. But that sentiment was really thin, and it just wouldn't have looked right. So that's why I put the acetate there. I liked that one. The snowflake is the winter's butterfly. That's why I put the butterfly on. And it's all pop up. That won't get used. It's no good, but There you go, they are. I'm impressed with them. I really, really like them. That acetate made a massive difference. So I hope you like them. I hope you'll give it a go. If not, save it for next Christmas. I'll put these in with my dye now. So yeah, have a go. Let me see what you do. They're brilliant, them. This is a brilliant set. I say I don't do cuties because I can't colour them in. That's the only reason I don't do them. But I'm okay with little ones like that. Now that's a test. So yeah, have a go. And I will catch you real soon. Thank you ever so much for joining me. And I don't know what day this is going out, but I'll see you next day. Love you guys. Bye.